Hey Kitaholic Kits fans and those that are my Scrap and Aims fans as well. How are we all? So this is my second video for our lovely November kits, and I'm using one of our exclusive cut files, which I'm not sure if Virginia's shared hers yet, that she's using this as well in one of hers. But anyway, so this layout, I'm showing you my lovely ring. This is actually my first layout to document my recent engagement. So my partner, or fiance I can call him, recently proposed in October, at the beginning of October, on a weekend away. So I am going to document our first photo of our lovely hands together that we took just after he proposed, and with the ring. So I'm using a little stencil here that actually Steph, who's the owner of Kitaholic Kits, sent me in. I think it was a prize pack in one of the National Scrapbooking Day prizes that I won back then, I think. So I don't know if you can get it in the shop. So I'm just running some texture paste through it. And I've chosen this blue background paper for one of the main reasons is it's got a bit of a diamondy kind of pattern to it. So I kind of went with the whole diamond ring kind of look. So that's kind of what I went for there. And I kind of thought that the blue background really sort of grounded the photo. It's quite light with our hands and whatnot, so a bit more made it pop a little bit. Now I made the photo when I edited it on my computer. I made the photo a bit smaller so that it will fit in the heart of this you and me cut file, because I kind of thought that would be a bit funky, and that way then I could make the cut file quite large to make it a real focal point on the page. And I have used one of the pattern papers to cut the cut file out as opposed to just white cardstock. So I went with, I'm not sure which one it is, but it's like a pinky peach toned one, kind of mottly tone, like it's got flecks of like grey through it as well. And I've kept I'm keeping the ampersand in the middle as well, which is why I keep playing around with it to see if it all matches up. Now I'm playing around with pattern papers here. I do show you a little bit in backing it, because I do have a bit of a method to the madness here. I want to make sure that the pattern paper that I choose to back the cut file with doesn't clash with the blue background, the whole 12 to 12 by 12 background, that it doesn't clash with the color of the cut file, doesn't clash with my photo, lots of clashing, non-clashing here, it doesn't clash with each other, and make sure that they obviously all go together really well. So here's the finished product. So I've gone with two solid sort of pattern papers at the top, and then really light floral ones down the bottom. And I really like how that turns out. It looks really, really good. I quite like it. So I did all that backing while I let my texture paste dry, and then I came back to it. So I actually did this layout in sort of 2 sittings, because I haven't been getting a lot of time overnight to be scrapping. Just at the moment, while I sort of been returning, like I returned to work this week or this past week, full hours after my op, and I was really been really tired, so it's taking a bit to get back into the swing of scrapping overnight. So hopefully this week I might get a bit more in. So this was two goes at it. So now I'm just trimming my photo down, and this is where the tricky part sort of comes in, and I think I do cut a fair bit of this video out, because matching this all up, and in the end I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it's a little bit wonka donka. The cut file is, which is sort of really annoying for someone who's a little OCD on things matching up and lining up. But anyway, I do play around with where I want it to sit, as in the cut file, in the middle, down the bottom, play around. And I didn't really have a thought process when I did the texture paste, hence when I just sort of put the texture paste on, I really went a bit nuts and just sort of put it everywhere. That way then I knew that it would be seen no matter where I put the cut file, because I hadn't decided where it was going. Now, what I did then, and I cut it all out so you don't have to see it, and why I have the big blue tray sitting over it. So you can see all the lovely embellishments of this month's kit, but also it is weighing down the, while the glue adheres to the paper, is I stuck the ampersand down. I then stuck the photo down, which I actually layered it all on, or propped it up all on double-sided, not double-sided tape, craft foam, sorry. So just to prop everything up a bit. So, give it a bit of dimension and give it some real emphasis on the page. But I'm not sure that was the best idea to do, and I probably should have done the same thing with the ampersand as well, which I leave it flat on the page. It does and doesn't work in that it gives it a good shadowing effect over the ampersand and the cut file itself. So for a design element, maybe it works. I don't know if I'm sold on it. I don't know. And maybe the glue I used, it just didn't dry properly and it's just not sitting. I don't know. I can't tell if I like it. So you'll see me doing this, pushing on it constantly because I want it to sit flat. And I know in the book, once I put it in my album, it will flatten down and everything will be perfect, I am sure. But yeah, anyway, maybe I'm just being really fussy. So that's what it does. And that's why I cut it all out, because I really fussed with it for a good, 20 minutes. It was extremely frustrating. And I think it was just because I put the craft foam to add that extra sort of 3D effect that it just was so annoying. Anyway, but okay, we're good. I'm moving on. I'm past it. It looks lovely now. It's all good. So now I'm going to add some embellishments, and I hate the ampersand look. I do. So I'm going to start trying to stick this bit down to the, I decided I wanted to use this banner. I thought it would look really awesome underneath the ampersand, and it does. And I thought I'd be able to stick this bit of the ampersand down to the top of it just to lay it flat a bit more, sort of breach the gap a little bit, bridge the gap, sorry. Doesn't really work, doesn't stick, I don't hold it down enough, and yada, yada, yada. But that's okay. We move on. It'll go in an album, it'll squish down, and I'll be over it. So it'll be fine. But yes. I use this little frame piece out of the Cocoa Vanilla ephemera pack. So at the moment, what I am using, I'm pretty certain, is the Cocoa Vanilla Midnight Collection to embellish. So I've cut a frame here in half, and I'm going to put it either end of the U bit, the word U, sorry. I don't know why, I just thought it looked kind of cool there. I wanted a frame. I just felt the need to use a frame that day. And then I'm going to add some florals just to tie in with the floral backing paper. It sits well down here underneath the happy, and I just add a little cluster down the bottom here using some of the stickers. I love these word stickers, these Cocoa Vanilla Studio word stickers. I love that there are so many different words and little phrases. I love that Zoe has mixed them up. Like, I was actually having a look at them again when I was doing this layout, and there's words like daughter and memories and, just different words, like ones that I've not seen used on word, or that I've had word stickers before like this. And I just thought, I love this sticker. Like, I think I'll actually buy another set of these because the words are just so, like, I've used heaps of them already. They're so versatile, like I'm using it on an engagement layout, and then, I've used them on, I don't even know what my previous project life layouts, a wedding layout before that, and then on my daughter and my niece, and, and things like that. Like, it's just really easy to use. So they're quite a great little versatile piece. So what I did do while I was sort of having my tray sit on top of the cut file to sort of have it stick down, I did go through the ephemera and pull out some bits and pieces I thought I might use that might sort of correlate to what my theme I'm getting at with this page. Obviously it's an engagement page, but living in this moment and happiness and all those sorts of things. So that's what I've pulled out. So I went through the Pink Fresh Studio one, which that was in the kit as well. That's on my right hand side there in the corner where my scissors are. I don't know how much of that I actually used for this layout. I sort of pulled back because then I realised when with the embellishing, I realised sort of near towards the end here that there was enough embellishing on here, so I didn't really need heaps with the texture paste. It just sort of was enough. So I decided that this needed something. I think I was a bit obsessed with this ampersand not looking right. So to make it look right, I thought, oh, well, I'll embellish around it, which draws your eye to it. Like, hello, duh. But anyway, why not pretty it up, I guess, was my thought. So I'm going to add some florals. And then I love this Pink Fresh Studio. There are so many little frame pieces in here. Now, I'm not usually a frame kind of gal, but I've been sort of figuring out ways to use these bits and pieces here. And I used some last night last night being Saturday. If you caught my live scrap session that I had, I used some in those layouts I was doing. And I like how these Pink Fresh Studio floral colours sort of really bounce off the cocoa vanilla ones. I think that's really cool. But I mean, Steph does a great job of that every month anyway. When she does it, she mixes and matches the collections really well. So just building another cluster here, just a small little one. I don't want to do too much. As I said, I really wanted to make the cut file that really big bang focus point, especially because the photo is in there. So I don't want the photo to be hidden by the cut file, obviously. So I want people, when people are looking through the album, to see, oh wow, that's really cool, that cut file, and go, oh yeah, there's the photo. Not, oh wow, there's the cut file. Oh wait, where's the photo? And be all sort of dazzled by the embellishments and forget to look for the photo as well. So that's, I sort of keep the embellishments in little clusters that don't go, oh bang, in your face kind of thing. So like I could have probably stopped embellishing here, I thought, but I don't, because I want to use my kids, and I got a little bit cray because I can, because there's so much in the kit, and why not? So I thought I'd try something a little bit cool here, a little bit funky. I wanted to almost like a banner effect. So I've stapled these two label pieces here, banners, whatever they are, and I've kind of gone into in different directions. So one's sort of going down and one's kind of coming up to meet the other, and they didn't move. I was really happy that with the staples, the staple really held them in place. They didn't flip around, and I was going to try and be really clever and put that little piece that said beautiful in the middle, but it was just a little too big, and then I was going to put it underneath, and it didn't look right, so I've left it. But it was kind of annoying me. There was two there and it needed a third thing there, so I've just added that sticker. Seriously, that sticker sheet is just beautiful. Just love it. And then I add some little enamel dots, and I add these white ones and then went, I'm not sure about that, but I left it and went with it. What else? Now, what am I looking for? Oh, now I play around with some hearts. Oh no, I do go through through the whole entire Cocoa Vanilla ephemera, the die cuts, because I can't decide what else I want, and I knew to balance out that top right I needed something in the bottom left as well. So I like these. I love these little mason jars from the minute I cracked open the die cut pack. I think I may have said that in my unboxing, but I thought it needed something else, but I couldn't decide what. Went for the floral look, but I don't actually know if I stick with that. Anyway, then I see these little hearts and I thought, oh, they'd look really cool just sort of floating around with the texture paste hearts as well. So then I'm trying to find a third. I want 3 of the hearts, you know, the rule of 3. So I'm looking. And then I find it, so I go 1 big one in the middle and then 2 smaller hearts around the side. And then I am going to, oh yeah, I find this, I finally used the beautiful little label from the exclusive pieces. Oh, so this beautiful, and those 2 little like pieces that I've used up in that top right are from the exclusive, the Kitaholic Kits exclusive die cuts as well, by the way, guys. If you're not familiar with the kits, I just stumbled across this video. And yep, I've used that little piece for a journaling tag. I must admit, when I undid the die cuts and saw this little diamond piece with the floral on it down the bottom here, I wasn't sure how I was going to use that. That bit has had me stumped every time I've come across it. Didn't know if I was going to use it as a layering piece, a journaling tag, or what, because I really wasn't sure. And even when I was playing with it here, I didn't know which way to put it, but I liked that it was the diamond shape that matched in the background, on the background paper, and obviously diamond ring goes well. And again, I'm putting some of these little phrase stickers around just to border it a little bit, just because I'm in love with these as well. I just sort of went a bit crazy with them. And I think I do add some pops of colour here, maybe, with some enamel dots. Yeah, I went with kind of 4 here because the 3 just looked odd. Yes, my ever dwindling Heidi colour swap, Heidi Shine. This is really running out. I am really, really low, and I've obviously got no more, and so really desperately needing to figure out what's replacing the gold Heidi Shine. So I'm at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Got some close-ups at the end. Jump over to the Kitaholic shops to check out more goodness, and I will see you again soon. Bye.